Our first date was supposed to be a hangout.
Yeah, he said that he invited all of these other people.
And I worked at Potter's House Coffee Shop. I would see a bunch of people coming through, and I knew this band called Dawson Hollow that was coming to town, and I thought it'd be fun to get a big group together and go watch them. And oddly enough, Sophie was the only one that showed up, so.
Oh, I was terrified because, okay, at this point I had already had a crush on Jeremy, but I was trying to keep it really low-key because I didn't want to have a crush on anyone because I was just trying to focus on my relationship with God. I show up there and it's just me and him.
I was like, oh my God, she's gonna think I'm a phony, a liar. She's gonna think that I just set this up just to have her there.
And I text my roommate, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's just him and I.
It was awesome. It worked out in my favor, for sure.
It really had to be a work of God that no other, like 15 other people showed up. So that's how it all started.
I would ask him, like, have you found anybody? Is there a girl? No. And then all of a sudden, he was evangelizing, AKA trying to pick up Sophie, right? Right? Yeah. I'm like, man, he is very consistent at this evangelism, right? I'm a pastor and I'm getting convicted over here. Little did I know you had quite the motivation behind it, right? A month or so later, still talking about her. And man, I knew something was different. It was amazing because I hadn't seen you that happy in a long, long time.
You look good. Thank you. I look good, I look handsome. You ready? Sophie, the love of my life and everything that I could dream of. From the first time that I met you to the first time that I called you mine, I knew you were the one for me. Your smile had me hooked and your looks had me shook. But what I love most about you is your sweet, tender love for me.
Jeremy Cole, someone told me that all today is what we did when we first met, evangelizing and honoring the Lord. Little did you know, in one fatal swoop, by asking me to give you a boost on a sidewalk while telling me your testimony, you'd swoop up my heart forever.
I remember the phone call where Sophie told me about Jeremy, and I knew it was serious because when she called me up, she was very nervous to talk to me. The exact words that she said to me, I wrote this down on a sticky note because I felt like once we hung up, this was legit. It was at 10:30 on November 30th in 2020, and she said, he's the only guy who I feel like can lead me spiritually and with intentionality. And so once we hung up, I knew I immediately wanted to find a sticky note to jot that down because I had a feeling that this guy was the one. And when I finally met him, Jeremy lived up to everything that Sophie described.
Got to do that hair stroke. Oh my God. She's coming? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, babe. You look gorgeous.
Thanks.
Oh, baby.
You cleaned up nice too.
Thank you. Oh, look at your dress. Ooh, you look beautiful.
I'm sure he told you, but Jeremy told me that he loved me twice before I said that I loved him.
I was pretty confident going into it. I told her I loved her like on the second or third date. And so it might even been the first, I don't know. It was definitely early on. And
I don't know, I may have said thank you.
I felt like I was definitely on the chase, you know? I knew she was trying to do everything right, which meant a lot to me.
Our timeline was pretty quick in the beginning, so it was fast for me. But yeah, I knew pretty early that I did.
Oh my. You look so beautiful.
Thanks, Dad.
Holy smokes. Oh, gosh, your hair, everything. You look gorgeous. Oh, my.
Oh! Now that you're recording me, it's getting real. all of these great words about her, which she deserves. It's bringing up the feelings of walking down the aisle with her. I'm so excited to be united with my best friend and just to give her all that I've got. And so the anticipation of that has got my nerves going a little bit.
There it is. Yes!
Yeah.
Jeremy, you may kiss your bride.
Wait. I forgot. Sorry. Oh, wait. Is this wait? No, let me do it.
Kiss her.
There's a sweet sparkle in your eyes when you're together, and I can't wait to see where life takes you from here. Today, I thank God that Sophie talked to the cute barista from the coffee shop.
I want to brag on Jeremy for all the things he has gotten away with and all the things he has overcome and accomplished. He has a kind, gentle soul. If Jeremy's life ended tomorrow, he'd go down a legend.
Myself. I got it all right now. Stack it up real tall right now. I'ma need a little more right now. Cause feeling myself. I got it all right now. Stack it up real tall right now. I'ma need a little more right now. Cause feeling myself.
So I guess the moral of the story is if Jeremy invites you to hang out in a big group, you might just end up marrying him.